Hello champions, welcome to my math class. I'm teacher Adam. I'm going to solve math paper Cambridge Igcse 2024 October-November. I'll be taking you through this paper and I'll be showing you all examiners tricks that examiners just put in different kind of questions just for you to fail a simple questions. I will show you all the twisting areas that examiners put in place just for you to fail a simple question. Question number 1 says, a concert starts at 19:50 and finishes 2 hours 42 minutes later. Work out the time the concert finishes. So we know the starting time is 19:50. That means 7:50 p.m. and it finishes time taken. So this is time taken is 2 hours and 42 minutes later. So what are we supposed to do? Just add. So to find the stopping time, you just add the starting time plus time taken. That's what you do. So in that case, you say 19:50 plus 2 hours 42 minutes. So these are minutes, 50 and 42. If you add this, you get 92 minutes. So 92 minutes, you know 1 minute is the same as 60 minutes is the same as 1 hour. So you minus 60 to get 1 hour. So it will be 2 then 3, so it means 1 hour and 32 minutes, and you take 1 hour to the other side. So you add 1 hour to the other side. What will you get? You get 22. So it will be 22 hours and 32 minutes. That will be the answer. Or you can as well say 10:32 p.m. When you take 32 minus 12, you get 10:32 p.m. All right, next question. Find the reciprocal. What's the reciprocal? As we said, reciprocal is the inverse of a number. So change the mixed fraction into improper fraction. So you say change the mixed number into improper. So this topic is called fractions, and it's normally on types of fraction. So we have mixed number. This is called mixed number. So mixed number, you change it to improper. You change it into improper fraction. Yeah, change it into proper fraction. Now we do this. We say take the denominator 4 times 1 plus the numerator 1 divided by 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 1. So 4 plus 1 over 4. You get 5 out of 4. So the reciprocal of 5 over 4 is, so the inverse, the reciprocal, the opposite will be 4 out of 5. The denominator becomes the numerator, and the numerator becomes the denominator. Very good. And then this is your answer. So your answer will be 4 over 5 or 0.8 as decimal. Use the symbol of the use one of the symbol less than or greater than to make each statement true. This is very simple. So 2 over 7, because this was a calculator paper, it's easy. 2 over 7, 2 divided by 7. What's 2 divided by 7? You say 2 divided by 7 is the same as, you can praise it as 0.2857. So we have this one, 2 over 7 is the same as, this is 2. Remember, this is 0.2861, but 2 over 7 is the same as 0.2857. So therefore, if you look on the difference, you'll see that this one is a little bit bigger. So we say 2 over 7 is less than 0.2861. And then you have 99 divided by 900, which is obviously 0.11. So you have 0.11. So 0.11, you cannot say 0.11 is the same as 11%. So 11% is 11 out of 100. So 11 out of 100 in decimal is the same as 0.11. So this is equal to. Then 1 power 3 is the same as, so 1 power 3, any number power, like we say 1 power 3. 1 power 3 means 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. And then 4 power 0, any number power 0, we say it is the same as 1. So this one, 1 power 3 is equal to 4 power 0. That's what you do. So this is the topic of indices. Indices, or some books call it exponent and maybe you need to master laws of indices in and maybe you also need to know about solving exponential equations, like maybe 2x is equal to 36. Find the value of x. This is mostly on exponential equation you need also to understand. Question number 4. Sophia has a piece of fabric of length 5.6 meters. She cuts off the fabric into 2 parts with length in the ratio of 3 to 4. Calculate the length of the longer part. This is very easy. So you have 5.6. So this is measurement. This is in the unit of measurement. You need to know which unit you're talking about. So this is distribution of quantities. So say she cuts the fabric into 2 parts with length in the ratio of. So we have 3 to 4. Obviously, this one will be the shorter length. This will be the shorter length, and then this will be the longer length. And then we say total ratio. Total ratio is 3 plus 4, which you get 7. The fraction of the longer length will be 4 out of 7 times 5.6 meters. That's what you do. So for 5.6, if you take 5.6 times 4 divide by 7, you get your answer as 3.2. So this is as 3.2 meters, or some books will say if you solve it, it will be the same as 16 over 5 in terms of fraction, but in terms of decimal is 3.2 meters. Let's go. Next question. So the next question here is talking about, this is vectors, the unit of vectors. Wow, this is so nice. And here it's scalar vector. You're talking about scalar vector. When you say A is equal to X, Y, what do? You multiply the law here. You multiply your coefficient with all element inside your vector. So your answer will be AX, AY. The same. So 3 times 6. Say 3 times 6. 3 times negative 4. Then that will be 18, negative 12. So your answer will be 18, negative 12. Correct. And then here you are adding addition of vectors law. When you have, let's say, A, B, and then plus C, D. The same. What do? You say A plus C and then B plus D. You add exactly the same. You apply that law. So what do you do here in that case? 4 plus minus 7, x as x, and then negative 1 plus 5. 4 plus, when positive follows negative, what happens? The negative, the resultant is negative. And then negative 1 plus 5. Then you'll be able to get. So 4 minus 7 is minus 3. Negative 1 plus 5 is 4. Correct. So your answer will be negative 3, 4. Correct. That's it. Question number. The diagram shows a right angle triangle ABC and equilateral AEDC. Correct. We go down, scroll. And what exactly they're looking for? Find the value of X, Y, and Z. Let's go to the question. So basically here we have we have a So we have one thing. We have a right angle triangle, and we have been given some. So we have to mix here. So this topic is we can see it's a mixture of angles and in the unit of, this is always in the it's in the unit of geometry, whereby you have shapes. So geometry. So you can see it incorporates both knowledge of angles and lines. So here we have angles in a straight line add up to how many degrees? Angles in a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, angle X will be 180 minus 122, because these two angles, they add up to 180 degrees. Both angles, they add up to 180 degrees. One is 122, so 180 minus 122. You just say 180 minus 122. What's 180 minus 122? You get 58 degrees. Correct. So X is equal to 58 degrees. And then, so X here is 58 degrees. We have our angle X here as 58 degrees. So 58 degrees. And then we go to we go to this other angle. We have 34 degrees here. And then remember here, this is a right angle. D is right angle. So we say angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. We have triangle BAC, which is equal, the sum of angles, all the three angles, 180 degrees. So we have, in that case, we have angle ABC plus angle CAB plus angle ACB should be equal to 180 degrees. So angle ABC is 34, angle CAB is 90, and angle C we don't know. So we say we don't know, should be equal to 180 degrees. So this is angle C. We call it angle C. Therefore, you have 90 plus 34, which is 124. So you have 90 plus 34. 90 plus 34, you have 124, plus C is 180 degrees. So therefore, you say angle C, it's 180 minus 124. What do? Minus 180, and then you end up getting 56. Therefore, angle C is 56. So if angle C is 56, what do? Angle C is 56, and we know angle C also, so we say angle C also has 17 degrees. So we say 56 minus 17, because angle C is all of that. So 56 minus 17, you have 56 minus 17. What do you get? You get 39 degrees. So angle Y is equal to 39 degrees. Correct. Now, we have 39, we have 90, we have 122. Remember, we have angle AED and C. It's a quadrilateral. These ones are quadrilaterals. And we know angles in a quadrilaterals, they add up to, angles in a quadrilaterals add up to this one. Like we're talking about this part, the whole of this. Like this angle, and this angle, and this angle, this one, they add up to 360 degrees. Therefore, if this is 90 plus 1, so you say 90 plus 122 plus 39 plus angle D should be equal to 360. So you take 90 plus 122 plus 39 plus plus 39. What do you get? You get 251. So 360 minus 251. What do you get? 109. So this is 109, because you get 360 minus 251 degrees. You get 109 degrees. And that 109 stands for angle D here, because angle A, E, D, and Y here, they add up to 360. You get 109. So therefore, your angle D will be 109 degrees. So we have been asked angle X, Y, Z. So we have angle X, our angle X from the top, angle X will be equal to 58, as we got it. Angle X is 58 because we said angles in a straight line add up to 180. You just say 180 minus 122 and you get 58 degrees. Correct. And then angle Y, we said angle Y is equal to 39. Why? Angle Y is equal to 39 degrees, because we said we were able to get the whole angle Y by adding 90 plus 34. Then the difference of 180 minus 24 got 56. So 56 minus 17. So here we say 56 minus 17 we got 39 degrees, because angle Y plus 17 should be equal to 56 degrees. And then Z, angle Z now here, to get angle Z, remember angle D, which is 109, plus angle Z should be equal to 360. Therefore, you take 360 minus, so we take 360, angles at a point add up to 360. All angles at a point. So 360 minus 109 degrees, what do you get? You get 251 degrees. And that gives you the angle Z. Angle Z is equal to 251 degrees. Correct. Let's go to question number 7. So this is fun, champion. Dear candidate, we have in the unit of algebra. This is also highly tested in your exam. It can be expansion, whereby you're supposed to get maybe to expand values, and it can also be factorization, whereby here you have to look for common factor between the two numbers, like which number divides both of them completely with no remainder. Obviously, it will be 7. So 7 divided 28, 4. So 7, you open with 7, 28x divided by 7, you get 4x, and 35 divided by 7, you get 5. So that's minus 5. And that's your answer is 7 into 4x minus 5. This is algebra, but is in the topic of factorization. So if you're doing Igcse exam, please review factorization and expansion of algebraic expression. Okay, question number 8. Edith invests $3,000 in a saving account. The account pays simple interest at a rate of 2.6% per year. Calculate the total interest earned at the end of 3 years. So you have seen this is about money and investment. This is money and investment. This is the unit. So here you need to know about simple interest, normally with compound interest. This is highly tested compound interest, and sometimes you'll be tested on financial decay. This is most financial decay, and also maybe you can also be given word problem on population. Maybe you're told to find the population of a specific region. You can incorporate the knowledge of statistics. So you can also be tested on statistics, something that deals with population, either population has increased or reduced. So they can also incorporate, it can be money and investment, or it can be talking about a rise in population or reduction in population by maybe a cause of death or any other risk factor that can reduce population. Maybe, for example, people are becoming sick or earthquake, those kind of things. So calculate the total interest earned at the end of 3 years. Edith invests $3,000. So the principal money invested or borrowed from a bank is $3,000 in a saving account. The account pays simple interest at a rate of, rate 2.6 per annum. Correct. Time taken 3 years. Correct. So calculate the total interest earned at the end of 3 years. This is very simple. So what are you supposed to do in that case? And we know now simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time over 100. So the principal is $3,000, rate is 2.6, times time is 3 years over 100. What's the dollars? Dollars is 234. Therefore, your answer will be $234. Correct. Now we're going to the next question here. This is in the unit of polygons. It's in the same unit of geometry, but now here they're testing polygons. They want you to apply the knowledge of polygons, getting the number of sides, getting the interior angles, so comparing the angles with the number of sides. Okay, so we say we know in the polygon, this is polygon. Inside the polygon, so inside the polygon, this is called an interior angle. This is interior angle, and then here it's exterior angle. We say exterior angle and interior angle are always in a straight line, and they add up to 180 degrees. So that's the first principle. So we say x plus 132 plus x should be equal to 180 degrees. They are in a straight line. If you add, you get 2x plus 132 is equal to 180 degrees. And therefore, when you have this, that means take the other side. 2x is 180 minus 132. 2x is 48 divided by 2. X is equal to 24. So we have gotten the angle x is equal to 24. Now, how do we get the number of side? You can decide either you're going to use the exterior angle or you're going to use the interior angle. Which one is easier for you? To me, the formulas are this one. An exterior angle, if you take 360 degrees divided by the number of sides, is equal to one exterior angle. One exterior angle, which is simple. So if I take 360 divided by number of sides, which is n, should be equal to an exterior angle, which we know exterior angle here is 24. So which is x, so 24. To get the number of sides, cross multiply. So 360 is equal to 24n. Divided by 24, divided by 24. Number of n is 360 divided by 24. What do we get? 360 divided by 24, you get 15. So number of side is 15. That's the way. But what if I was to use the interior? If I was to use what if I was supposed to use the interior angle? How do I get the number of side? We know the sum of all the angles is n minus 2 times 180 in a polygon divided by the number of sides should be equal to one exterior angle. So an exterior angle there, we said it's 132. 132, it was 132 more than plus 24. So it's 156. Your exterior angle is equal to 156. An interior angle is equal to 156 because an interior angle is 132 larger than the exterior angle. So 24 plus 132 get 156. And this is the formula to get one interior angle. N minus 2 times 180 divided by the number of side. So we don't know. Then cross multiply, you get n minus 2, 180 is equal to 156n. Then multiply everything in the bracket. You get 180n minus 360 is equal to 156n. Then 360 take the other side because it's negative, it becomes positive. And 180 minus 156. So you have 180 minus 156n should be equal to 360. So when you do this division, when you say 180 minus 156, what you get 24n is equal to 360. Then divide by 24, n is equal to 15. So you can use both of the formulas and still get the correct answer. Let's go to question number 10. You have Jacinda plays a game with her friend. She can win, lose, or draw the game. So it's called probability, the unit of probability, a game of chance. Jacinda is twice as likely to draw the game as to lose the game. So probability of her, so we have these chances. So we have probability, if this is a probability, so we have probability of her winning, and we have probability of her drawing, and we have probability of her losing. So the probability of her winning is 0.28. Then the probability of her drawing is twice as likely to draw the game as to lose. So twice. So if losing is x, then she has two more chances of winning or of drawing. She has two more chances of drawing. So therefore, and we know that this is probability of her losing is 0.72. So it means these two, they sum up to 0.72. So you take x plus 2x is equal to 0.72. 3x gets 0.72. Divide by 3. So x will be 0.24. You incorporate the knowledge of you apply the knowledge of algebra in probability. You get 0.24, or you can say 6. You can say that 6 over 25. Jacinda plays the game 150 times. Find the expected number of times that she wins. Oh, probability, you finding the number of chance Jacinda plays the game, total trial is 150. So you take probability of her winning, which is 0.28 times the total chances, which is 150 times. So if you do that, 0.28 times 150 times, you get 42. So she will win 42. She will win 42 times. Without using a calculator, work out. Yeah, this is good. This is in the topic of fraction. It's also highly tested in both extended fractions. And so here we are talking about subtraction of mixed numbers. Subtraction of mixed numbers. Subtraction of mixed numbers. How do we subtract mixed numbers? So subtraction of mixed numbers, we have 5 1 over 3 using, so you must show all you are working. The question is, you're subtracting mixed numbers and you should show all you are working and give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. So without using a calculator, work out this one, show all your working, and give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. So you have 5 1 over 3. Okay, so what do we do in that case? You can change them. You say 3 times 5, denominator multiplied by the whole number, plus the numerator, divided by 3. If you show that, you get a mark. 7 times 3 plus 4 over 7. That's 1 mark. Then 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1, 16 over 3 minus. 7 times 3, 21. 21 plus 4, 25 out of 7. Find common. 3 and 7, they are odd numbers, so you can multiply them to find a common common denominator. So common denominator is 21. So 7 times 21 divided by 3 is 7, or you can take 7 times 16. So 16 times 7 minus 3 times 25. That's it. Without the use of calculator. So 16 times 7, what's 16 times 7? You can as well do 16 times 7 without the use of calculator. Prove you do not use calculator. 112. However, you can use calculator. So minus 75 over 21. But what they basically need you is to show that you did not use calculator. You get that 7 out of 21. Correct. When you get that 7 out of 21, that 7, so you have 102 minus 75, so you get that 7 out of 21. And then divide. If you do that, it means one whole number. 37 divided by 21. If you take 37 divided by 21, so that's mean 1, goes one time, then 7 minus 1 is 6, then here 1. So it's one whole number, 16 out of 21. This becomes your answer. So your answer is one whole number, 16 out of 21. One whole number, 16 out of 21. That becomes your answer. Correct. Let's go. Solving the simultaneous equation. You must show all you are working. This is also easy. Simultaneous equation. Simultaneous equation, like this is normally in solving. You can see algebraic equations. So simultaneous. This highly tested in also extended paper. So we say simultaneous. Is mostly in algebra. Simultaneous equation. The main topic is algebraic equation. Solving algebraic equation. So you have two methods. You can either use elimination method or substitution. Elimination method is easiest. You can eliminate one variable. So we have coefficient 5, 3. So you have to make them the same. You can make them the same by multiplying by 3 and 5. You change. So 3 times, you multiply everything inside the bracket with the coefficient 3. And here with 5. Depending, because they are 2. So you have that case. So 3 times 5x, what do you get? 3 times 5x is 15x plus 3 times 6y is 18y. 9 times 3 is 27. 5 times 3x is 15x minus 5 times negative 2y is minus 10y. And negative 17 times 5, that's negative 85. Correct. Then take away. 15x minus 15x is 0. 15x minus 15x is 0. 18y minus 10y, you get 28y, because 18 minus negative, when negative follows negative, the answer is positive. So it's plus 28y is equal to 27 minus 85. The same. 27 minus 85. What is it? It's 112, because 27 plus 85, you get 112. Then divide by 28 to get the value of y. Y is equal to 112 divided by 28. We get 4. Correct. So we have gotten the value of y as 4. And to get the value of x now, you just go to one algebraic equation. 5x plus 6y is equal to 9. Replace 5x plus 6 times 4 is equal to 9. Then you get 5x plus 24 is equal to 9. Take 24 the other side. So 5x is equal to 9 minus 24. 5x is equal to 9 minus 24 is minus 15. Divide by 5. Therefore, x is equal to negative 3. So you have x negative 3 and y, x negative 3 and y is equal to 4. That's the answer. Correct. A sequence has nth term 3n squared minus 1. Find the second term in this sequence. Okay, this is a rule. It's a rule. If you have this rule, this is in the unit of sequence and series. In the unit of sequence and series, and here we are talking about it can either be AP or GP. So arithmetic sequence or geometric sequence. So n referring to the position. So find the second term. The second term on n will be equal to 2. So you just say 3 times 2 squared minus 1. So 3 times 4 minus 1. So 12 minus 1 is 11. That's it. And you get your answer as 11. Free mark. We go to the table. Let's go to the table. We say the table shows the first 5 terms of a sequence A and B. First term negative 6, second term negative 2, third term 2, fourth term 6, fifth term 10. Nth term. So find the n. Okay. What's the difference between the first term and the second term? So we have negative 2. That's what we're supposed to do in that case. And it's the same unit. The first term, which is u1, is negative 6. u2 is negative 2. So we want to find the difference. The difference in sequence A, the difference can be u2. Let's say difference is equal to, obviously difference is obviously u2 minus u1. Our u2 here is negative 2 minus 6. So u2 minus 6. Our u2 here is negative 2 plus 6, which is 4. So the difference here is 4. So our u2 is negative 2. Our u1 is negative 6. So there is 4, change in 4. So we have a difference of that 4. And then now we go to another thing. So you see it comes from negative 6, negative 2, 2, 6, 10. So there is something we know that for every there is a change in the question as it goes by from the sequence A. If you look at our first term as we go on, because now we know for arithmetic sequence if it's the same change for arithmetic sequence, because here you can see also here it also increases by 4, it also increases by 4, common difference. Therefore it becomes an arithmetic sequence, and finding the nth term is always equal to a1 plus n minus 1d. So our a1 is obviously negative 6, and our number of terms we don't know, and then common difference we know, which is 4. So obviously you get negative 6 plus 4 times everything inside 4 times n minus 4. Therefore you get negative 6 plus 4n minus 4. And then if you do this, you say 4n correct like terms minus 4 minus 6, because it's arithmetic sequence. This one is arithmetic. It's an arithmetic sequence. So to find an arithmetic sequence, this is the formula for finding the nth term. Therefore 4n minus 4n minus 4 minus 4, what do you get? You say 4n minus 10. This becomes your answer. 4n minus 10. Wow, correct. And then we go to sequence B. So here we have 4n minus 10. So sequence B, we have 3, 17. So we have 3, 17, 55, 129, 251. So in this case, we have to find, we have to know exactly what's happening, because from 3 to 17, there is a rise of a certain number. So we, in sequence B, the U1 is 3, U2 is 17. But between third and fourth, we have a big change. We have a big change here. So if you take 17 minus 3, if you take 17 minus 3, you'll see 17 minus 3 is around 14. So there should be something that has been done to n. There is something that has been done to n. So assume your n is 1. Assume your n is 1. So, for example, this is the first term. So to get 3, that means if n, let's say to get 3, it should be n. We are going to use n rule. Here they say you're going to use the n rule. So if your n is 1, n power n plus something that we don't know should be equal to 3. So that's our first identity. If it's 1 power 1, you get 1, and then 1 plus something should be equal to 3. So if you do that, 1 power 1, you get 1, and then 1 and then 1 plus something should be equal to 3. But remember, it should be able to give you 17. So if you use the second term here, you'll understand that you have to multiply n by 2. For example, if you want 3, obviously it will be 2 times n, and then this n should be power something. So obviously, if it's 2 power n should be equal to 3. Obviously, this one will be equal to power 1. This will be equal to power 1 and n power 3, so that we can get 17. Because if we say 2, if our second equation is 2, our second term, that means 2. If it's 2 power 3 is 8. 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. So here we're going to use n rule, and that will also give you, if you use the n rule, maybe 2n power 3 plus 1, you'll be able to get all these numbers as you go on, fourth term, fifth term, as you go on. So using n rule is a bit complex, but we need to know. So we say 2n power 3 plus 1. So that's also a rule that you need to know. Okay, question number 14. Two solid steel statues are mathematically similar. Two smaller statues has height 12 centimeter, and the largest statue has height 15 centimeter. The largest statue has a mass 2.5 kg. The density of steel is 8 grams per cubic centimeter. Wow, that's fine. So what are we supposed to do? So when you're talking about similarity, we said if you're comparing length, we compare length to length and side to side, volume to volumes. So when you're comparing, so in the topic of similarity, so here you're talking about similarity. So when you're talking about similarity of shapes or solids, we compare. When you say, if you want to equate something, you have to equate things that have equal magnitude. Like you cannot say I'm comparing length to area. The only possible way that you can say length is equal to area is by understanding that length has to be multiplied by length, so that you get a unit square that will be equal to area. So for example, if you want to find if you want to say length is equal to area, that means you can either find the square root of area and say equal to length, or you can square length to equate it to area. So you only have those kind of options. And if you have length and then you say length is equal to volume, you will be wrong. So what do we do in similarity? We say length cubed. We know the volume is found by finding the product of length times length times length. So length times, maybe if you're finding the volume of a cube, for instance, it means side times side times side, which will be equal to volume. So in similarity, this is very important. So by any chance you are given a volume and you want to say volume is equal to length, what are you supposed to do? You can either find the cube root of volume to equate to length. This will make sense. Are we together? So, dear candidate, this is what is highly tested, and this is where the examiners hide or trick us for us to fail just a simple question. So what do we understand now in that case? Calculate the volume of the smaller statue. So we say two solid steel statues are mathematically similar. The smaller statue has a height, so the height of a smaller statue has a height of 12 centimeter, and the larger statue has a height of 15 centimeter. The larger statue has a mass of 2.5 kg. The density of steel is 8 grams per cubic centimeter. So, and you know density is equal to mass divided by volume. So calculate the volume of the smaller statue. So we don't know, we still don't know the volume, but the larger statue has a mass of 2.5 kg. So we can say the idea, we can as well say, we can as well refer this because we know if you want to compare the volume, because we know, for example, if you need volume, obviously we have been given a formula. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. So in other words, if we need volume, is the same as mass divided by density. So mass is 2.5 kg divided by the density. So remember, you cannot use this. If you're using kilogram, also your density should be in the same unit of kilograms. So if your mass is 2.5 kg, change the mass into grams, and therefore divide by the density, which is 8 grams per cubic centimeter. That will be it will be in the same unit, and it will be easier for you to solve. Therefore, your answer will be let's first find the volume. So you have 2.5. So you have 2.5 times 1,000 grams, so that we change it into 1,000 grams is the same as 1 kg. You get 2,500, then divide by 8. So our answer, our volume will be 312.5 cubic centimeter. So this is our volume. After finding our volume now, so it will be easier for us to solve. Now we have the volume of our large statue because the mass was that one. So it's easier. So the volume of the large statue is 312.5 cubic centimeter. Now we know, we say the height of the large 15 divided by the height of the smaller should be equal to the volume of the large, which is 312.5 divided by the volume of the smaller. So we don't know the volume of the smaller, but remember this one has to be cubed because they are only height. It has to be cubed for us to be able to compare and say they are equal. So what do we do in that case? 15 cubed. If you say 15 cubed is 3,000, yes. So you get 3,375 divided by 12 cubed. 12 cubed is 1728, should be equal to 312.5 divided by V. So cross multiply. If you cross multiply, you'll be able to get the volume. So it will be that one with that one. So you say 312.5 times 1728 divided by 3375. What do you do? In that case, you get 312.5 times 1728 divided by 375. What do you get? You get 160. So the volume of the smaller statue will be 160 cubic centimeter. This becomes your answer. All right. So student in class P takes a test. These statistics show information. This is obviously, you've been told, the unit of statistics. It's also highly tested. Statistics. statistics and probability, they always come as one unit. So here we're talking about interquartile range. I think yeah. So this is also highly tested in exam. So you have lower quartile, median, interquartile range, highest mark. So the highest mark we know. So what are we supposed to do with this one? So what we need to do is to draw a correct box and whisker plot. Here they just want you to draw a correct box and whisker plot. A correct box and whisker plot. I think in the year 2025 they might have taken this unit into their grade 12 level. It has been pushed forward, but we have to understand interquartile range. We know if you're having numbers from 0 to 100, the median of this will be 50. This is Q2, the median. This is the same as median. The first quarter is on 25th. The second quarter is on 50, which is 2 out of 4. This is the first quarter. This is 2 out of 4. Then this is 3 out of 4, which is the third quarter. It's on 75. And then you have this. So the first quarter is called lower quartile. Lower quartile. This is the Q2, which is the median. Then this is upper quarter in any distribution. And then we say interquartile range, IQR, is found by Q3 minus Q1, the difference between upper quartile minus lower quartile. So if you find the difference between, you get that IQR, interquartile range. Therefore, you're just supposed to draw. So when you're given, draw a box and whisker plot to represent the information. The range is, so interquartile range, so the median is 53. Test mark. Go down. Okay, so you say, this is the test mark. The highest mark is 96. So we know the highest mark is at 96. We need to know the scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. So it means 1 is 2. 2 times 10, 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 90. 90, 92, 94, 96 here. This is the highest mark, 96. Then 96. So you have the median is at 53. Lower quartile is at 38. So lower quartile is at 38. Lower quartile it's at 38. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30, 32, 34, 36, 36, 38. So it's at here. So lower quartile, that's Q1. Q1 is at there. 38. This is 30, 32, 30. Here. So Q1, this is maximum. This is maximum. Then and then you have interquartile range is 28. So interquartile range is 28. The range between Q3, median is 53. The median is 53. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, median. That one. And then all right, and then we have median 53. 53. So no worries. And then interquartile range is equal to 28. So interquartile range between Q3 minus Q1. What's Q3? Interquartile range Q3. So 53. So upper quartile 53. No, lower quarter is 38, so plus 38, so 28 plus 38 to get the upper quartile, 66. So upper quartile is at 66 because the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So if our Q1 is 38 and our interquartile range is 28, so we want to get, you take Q3, you take Q1 plus IQR, interquartile range, to get the Q3. This is what we did. So you take the lower quartile, which is 38, plus the interquartile range to get the Q3. If you get that, also there is a mark for that. So it's at 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 62, 64, and then yes, that's it. So this is Q1, this is Q3, and then this is Q2. That's fine. Now, after getting this, the range is 81. So we have this. So we have this. So we have Q1, Q2, and then the range is 81. So between 96 minus 81, you get the lowest mark. So we get 15. We can draw our square box plot. Because now we have 1, 2, 3. We can now draw our square box plot. Everything has been named now. We can have our good diagram, a very good diagram, which can be on top here. Q1, this is Q2, then this is Q3. Yeah, we have our box plot in that form, and you get it. So you see, it's obviously easy. It's one of the easiest questions, because even if you put it like that, you can still know exactly what it is. The idea is you need to know, you can see all the scenarios, drawing what you can come up with. But this also is just because I don't have a good place to draw. But if you draw it wisely, you see you end up with a diagram like that, whereby you have a maximum number. You have Q1, Q2, Q3. Q2 is always at the center, and you show there your median is at 53. So you can see there 40, then 50, 52, 53, Q1, Q3. Then interquartile range is between Q3 minus Q1. So if we take 66, if we take 66, as per se, 66 minus minus the lower quartile, which is Q1, lower quartile 38, you get your interquartile range as 28. Yeah, so that's it, and you get your 3 marks by sketching. Yeah, correct. Let's go to the next question. So student in class Q takes the same test. For class Q, the median is 49 and the interquartile range is 35. Make 2 comments comparing the distribution of marks for class P with that of class Q. This is easy. For class Q, the median is 49. So if the median is 49, what does it tell? And here our median is 50. What is our median here on top? So therefore, what it tells, class Q scored fewer marks on average, as the median is lower than is lower than the other class. We say one suggestion is class Q scored fewer marks. Yeah, fewer marks. So for student class Q takes the same test. For class Q, the median is 49 and the interquartile range is 35. So class Q scored fewer marks on average. Yeah, because the other class, they scored, their median is at 53. So therefore they have high average, as median is lower. Or the equivalent, you say class Q has a large spread of marks, as the interquartile range is higher. Yeah, so you can say the second option, class Q have a large spread of marks. So the diagram shows a sphere of radius 6 cm and a cylinder of height 18 cm and radius r cm. The volume of the sphere is equal to the volume of the cylinder. Calculate the curved surface area of the cylinder. Give your answer in terms of pi. The volume V of a sphere with radius r, with the radius r is V is equal to that. So the formula is given. So what I was supposed to do? Just say calculate the curved surface area of the cylinder. Give your answer in terms of pi. Oh, that's easy. They say the curved surface of the cylinder. So we know calculate the curved surface area of the cylinder. So surface area, normally, the formula for surface area, we don't know r. First of all, we don't know r because say the diagram shows a sphere of radius 6 of height 18 and radius r centimeter. The volume of the sphere is equal to the volume of the cylinder. That's the examiner's tricks. They say the volume of the sphere is equal to the volume of the cylinder. So let's find the volume of the sphere first. Volume of the sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Then that's 4 over 3 times pi times radius, which is 6 cubed. If you apply that, you get some marks. You get like 2 marks that. 2 marks for this, for just showing that. So 4 over 3 times pi, which is constant, times pi times 6 cubed, we get 288 pi. Correct. And then so say the volume of this is the same as volume of cylinder. So what's the calculate the curved surface area? So volume, to get the curved surface area, we need to find the value of radius of the cylinder. So we say the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared height. That's we need to know. The volume has the cylinder has the height of 18 centimeter and radius r. So in that case we'll say pi times radius, which is r, times the height, which is 18, should equal 288 pi. We multiply, we will have 18 pi r is equal to 288 pi. We need to get radius. We divide by 18 pi, divide by 18 pi. Radius is equal to 88 pi divided by, so we have 288 pi divided by 18 divided by 18 pi. What do you get? You get 16. So our radius is 16. Now we say calculate the curved surface area. The curved surface area of a cylinder. You know a cylinder has, to get curved surface area, a cylinder has a rectangle. It has a rectangle and 2 circles. Yeah, because you have, when you close this, it has that curved surface. So it has this and this 2 circles. So you have this and top. So you have that and bottom. It's easy now. It's easier. If you do this, you can easily do well. Now, by doing so, what do we do in that case? So just find the area, and we know our radius is 16. So diameter, what will be our diameter? Our diameter, and they want we can leave our answer as in terms of pi. So 2 pi times radius, 2 times pi, which is the radius, times which radius is 16. What do we get? Times 18. What is our answer? So after getting that, we go to the give your answer in terms of pi. So they want us to leave our answer in terms of pi. Calculate the curved surface area of the cylinder. So we have after getting this, now we know that the height is 18 and the radius is 16. Now if that's it, that means we pi times 16 times 18 divided by 2, because it's being shared within the 2 circles. The curved, we're looking at the curved because it has to be that way, but this is shared within the 2 circles. It's being shared within the 2 circles because you have a circle on top and a circle at the bottom. So get 288 pi divided by 2. Your answer will be 144 pi. That's it. So that's the answer. You say your answer is 144 pi square centimeter. Leave your answer in terms of pi. Solve. This is simple. Correct to 2 decimal place. It means you are going to use a quadratic formula. It's normally they have been a change. For the previous years, you had to cram, but now it's being given from 2025 going onward. The formula is being given. So negative b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So find coefficients. You have 3, negative 7, negative 16. A is 3, positive 3, B is negative 7, and C negative 16. Remember the negatives. Negative B is negative, negative 7. Include that. Plus, laws of integers you need to understand. Negative 7 square minus 4. A is 3. C is negative 16. Don't forget that. And then divide by 2 times 3. Correct. Perfect. Negative, negative, it becomes positive, plus or minus. Negative 7 square is 49 minus 3 times 16 is 48. 48 times 4. So 48 times 4, you get 192. So negative, you get negative 192. Because 48 times 4, 192 divided by 6. Therefore, if you do this, it means you have 7 plus or minus 49 plus 192, you get 241. Square root of 241 divided by 6. Therefore, x is 7 plus or minus square root of 241, which is 15.52 divided by 6. Therefore, x is 7. It can be 7 minus 15.52 divided by 6, or 7 plus 15.52 divided by 6. Therefore, x is, so 7 minus the answer, divide by 6. What do you get? You end up getting negative. You can get negative 1.42, or x 7 plus 15.52 divide by 6. You get 3.75, 3.753. So you can write them as into two significant figures. So negative 1.42 or 3.75. You get your 4 marks. That's the next question. Number 18a. 18a. Function g of x. So this one is function. Very simple. Also, this is highly tested functions. They say g of x is equal to 4x plus 1. When gx is equal to 1. So this is the range, or the output is 1. If you need to equate function, they have to be in the same base. So we will say 1 is equal to 4x plus 3. Then anything power, we know a number power something should be equal to 1. A number power 0. So 4 power 0 is equal to 4x plus 3. Now we understand. Simply, they are all in the same base. You can as well equate the x, because we need find x. We need to find the value of x. That's simple. So we say 0 is equal to x plus 3. Make x the subject. So x is equal to negative 3. And that becomes our answer. X is equal to negative 3. G, they say G inverse 1 over 16. So here, it's finding the inverse function of g of x. So we know g of x is equal to 4x plus 3. Then we say swap the variable. So you can put y y is equal to 4x. Remember, it's the same as 4 power 3. Multiplying numbers with the same base, you add up the powers. And then swap the variable. So the variable will be x is equal to 4 power y times 4 power 3. Then make y the subject. It will be the same as x divided by 4 power 3, which is equal to same as 4 power y. So we input, remember this is the same as inverse. So this is our function. If this is our function, remember this is the same as x over 4 power 3, which is 4 times 4 times 4, it means x over 64 is equal to 4 power y. So we can as well divide, say 1 over 16 divided by 64 is equal to 4 power y. Let's just do as that. So 1 divided by 16 divided by 64, you get 1 out of 1024 is equal to 4 power y. Then we need to find the value. We are looking for the y. So this is the same as 1024 power negative is the same as 4y. So this in base 4 is the same as 4 power negative 5, because you say 4 power negative 5. Yes, 4 power negative 5 is the same as 4 power y. So we have made them in the same, because we know when you have a power m should be equal to a power n. So if the bases are the same, also the powers are termed as same. Now here, simply the bases are both 4, we say y is equal to negative 5. And that's it. And that's it. That's our understanding. Okay, and then we go to question number 19. Oh, this is sets. Find P intersecting Q intersecting R. Find P intersecting Q intersecting R. This is universal set, odd numbers, multiple of 3, square numbers. So we can list here. Let's from the sets and Venn diagram. This is the units of sets and Venn diagram. Very important. Both core and extended. So what do we do in that case here? In this case here, we do this. We set in the Venn diagram. So odd numbers, we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Odd numbers. Multiples of 3, we have 3, 3, 6. Multiples of 3, 6, 9. Multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9. 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 3, multiples of 3. Square numbers, we have a square number is 4. 1 is a square number. 4. 9 is a square number. Yeah, 149. So P intersecting Q. So we have P intersecting Q. P intersecting Q, you have set P, odd numbers, intersecting Q. It intersects Q on 3, 3, 3, and 9. So you have P intersecting Q. So let's, if you're drawing that, P intersecting Q, 3, 3, and 9. 3, 9. 3, 9. And then intersecting R. R is 9. So the only common is 9. So here we have 9 is in both. 9, 9, 9, 9. So that's the only number that is in both set. The only number that is in both set, 9, 9, 9. So we say common element in both 3 sets. So you can see 9 is in set P, 9 is in set P, Q, and R. Yeah, 9. Find Q union R. So this is Q union R. It means all element in set Q and R. Q union R. So we have 1. You have 1, 3, 4, 6, 9. 1, 3, 4, 6, 9. Correct. And then here we're talking about find n p. Find the number of element that p intersect q union r naught. Q union r naught. Whatever that is not. Yes. So whatever is not in. Let's go. But in the universal, this is complement. This is called QUR complement. Q union R complement. So whatever that is not in the union of Q and R, so but is in the universal set that intersect with P. R complement. So we say that's in Q for whatever that is not here but in the universal set. 1, 3, 4, 6, 9. 1, 3, 4, 6, 9. So therefore, that's not 1, 3. So we have 2. So that's not there. So you see the only that P that intersect with. So because, okay, let's find the complement. The complement of this, it means we don't have 2. 2 is a complement because 1 is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is complement of the union. And then we have 7. We have 8. We have 10. So this is, so then we go to P. P we have 1, 2, set P. 1, 2, this is set P. This is set P. P is 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So we have to look for P intersecting with number of element of n, P intersecting Q union R naught. So P intersecting, we have 2, 2 both, and 5. So we have 2 and 5. So there are how many elements? So we say P, if P intersecting Q union R naught. So Q union R naught is whatever that is not in the union of Q and R, but is in the universal set that intersect with set P. So you saw in that case we only have 2 and 5. But what do they want? They want the number of element. So you don't mention this 2, 5, but you say 2. We have 2 element because we have 2 and 5. Question number 20. The diagram shows, shows 2 right angle triangle PQS and RQT. PQR and QTS are straight line. Calculate angle QTR. So normally not to scale. That's most important. Students should understand when you are given questions that say not to scale. But something good about it, we need to know we have an angle, we have a side 18 centimeter, and we have this 9 centimeter. And our idea says calculate angle QTR, angle QTR, angle QTR, QTR. So what we need to understand about this one is in the topic of we say trigonometry, the unit of trigonometry, very important unit. Pythagoras and trigonometry, very important unit, dear candidate. So you also need to understand about that. So the diagram shows 2 right angle triangle PQS and RQTS. PQR and QTS are straight line. Calculate angle QTR. So you need to find angle QTR. So we cannot get angle QTR if you don't know the distance QS. So what are we supposed to do in that case? In that case, we will have to find this. We'll have to find first of all, we have 28. So we can use SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. In other words, now we have this. We have 18 centimeter and we have 28. P, and then we have P, this is S, and then this is Q. Now we want to find this height. which side we use? We say sine. Sine of an angle, sine P is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. So sine 28 is equal to opposite, which is QS divided by 18. So QS is equal to sine 28 times 18. Use calculator, sine 28 correct times 18. What do we get? 8.45 centimeter. But from the diagram, have you been given any distance? We have been given 4. So it means minus 4, we get TQ. 8.45 minus 4, to get TQ, it's 8.45 minus 4, which you get 4.45. So this is 4.45 centimeter. When you get that, when you get this one, now they say calculate angle. To calculate the angle is very simple. Remember, to calculate the angle is very simple. Remember, we have this side. Now we have been given, we have 4.45, and we have this side 9 centimeter. So what we're looking for? QTS. QTS means they're looking for this angle QTS. So we have 4.45 and we have 9. That's simple. So we have 4.5, we have this. So, and this is opposite, this is adjacent, and this is hypotenuse. So what do you get? Angle QTS. So this is angle QTS. We use opposite and adjacent, tan. So tan T is equal to opposite over adjacent. So tan T is equal to opposite, which is 9 divided by 4.45. So to get tan, what do? We say tan inverse 9 divided by 4.45. What do we get? Angle T, 63.69 degrees. Wow, nice. You get your answer. Question number 21. Still, this is about now 360 unit circle. You need to know about unit circle. But still on the same topic of trigonometry 2 extension. It has been extended knowledge. What do you do here? Solve for the value of x. So you say 3 tan x plus 5 is equal to 1. What do? Collect like terms. 3 tan x is equal to 1 minus 5. 3 tan x is equal to negative 4. Divide both sides by 3. Divide by 3. Tan x is equal to negative 4 over 3. In the unit circle, we understand that we have to know this, all sine, tan, cos. They are all positive here. Sine is positive, tan is positive, and cos is positive in the first quadrant. This is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Here, tan is negative, cos is negative. Here, tan is negative, tan is positive, but sine is negative, cos negative. Here, tan is negative, cos positive, sine negative. We need to understand this, the unit circle. Knowledge of unit circle is very, very important. And then we come now. To get x, we say tan inverse. You get, so your angle is 53.13 degrees. So where is tan negative? Tan is negative in the second and fourth quadrant. So in the second quadrant, what do you get? In the second quadrant, your answer is, you take 180. Tan is negative. Tangent is negative On the second quadrant, tan is negative. On the second quadrant and fourth quadrant. Therefore, the second it will be 180 degrees. So here what we need to do, you'll obviously say, so because our actual equation on top was y is equal to x cubed minus 3x plus 2. So, but this one, so we need to, by drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation. So we need to come up with this. So what we'll have, for us to cancel, we will have to add 2 to the main equation. That's why, so you say plus 2. And then to the main, you say here you'll add 2 so that it can be equated. It will be plus 2. And then to have negative 5, when you have negative 3x, that means you say minus a half x. And then you say so in that case it will be x cubed minus 3x minus a half x, which is, and then plus 2 minus 2, so that you can get 0. This should be equal to 0. And then everything, if you do this, then you say whatever you get there, x cubed will get minus 6x when you add up 6x plus x divided by 2, then everything divide by 2, you get 0. And then you will end up getting 2x cubed minus 5x is equal to 0. Therefore, our whatever we're going to plot there now is y is equal to negative a half x plus 2 in our diagram. So we'll go back to the diagram. Find the gradient. Y is equal to negative 0.5x plus 2. So y should be, first of all, the y-intercept is 2 at 2. Find points. So we have at the intercept it's 0, 2. And then find another point. Let's say another point. Let's say that will pass there. Maybe at x-intercept, y is equal to 0. So at x-intercept, y is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to negative 0.5x plus 2. So negative 2 is equal to negative 0.5x divided by negative 0.5 divided by negative 0.5. Therefore, x is equal to x4, y0. x4. So here we don't have 4. You can as well choose another number because our scale is not into 4. You can choose another number. Let's say we can use at x. Let's say at x is equal to 2 because our scale is at x is equal to 2. Let's say at x is equal to 2. At x is equal to 2, what do you get? Y. So negative 0.5 times 2 plus 2. So x at x is equal to, so y will be negative 1 plus 2. This will be negative y, negative 1. Negative 0.5 times 2 is negative 1 plus 2 is 1. So we have at x 2, 1. So we have 2, 1. So 2, 1. And then you draw a straight line. So it has to be straight all over and get. So the solution will be basically here. It will be that one and this one. This will be the solution. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, those will be the solution of our answers. So our answers will be, so we have negative 1.6. I'll say that one, and then 0, and then you have 1.5 because that's the range of our answer. Then we go to the last question. Find the value of p and the value of k. We have x power 5 square, which plus k is equal to x squared minus px. You can do comparison. We can expand. So x minus 5 times x minus 5 plus k is equal to x squared minus px minus 21. So what do we do in that case? Expand. Normally it's x squared times x squared, and then minus 5x plus 25 minus k is equal to x squared minus px minus 21. So x squared minus 10x plus 25 plus k is equal to x squared minus px minus 21. Correct? So therefore, after getting that, that means now you can now clarify. They say find the value of p and the value of k. If you do this now, you have our a is 1, b is negative 10, and c is 25 plus k. And here you have a as 1, b is negative px. So negative px is equal to negative 10x. So you just equate them. Negative 10x is equal to negative px. So if you divide x, so p is equal to 10. And then you have 25 plus k is equal to negative 21. So k is negative 21 minus 25, which is k is equal to negative 46. This marks the end of the paper. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. See you at the top, champion.